Hello, let me officially introduce you to my new banjo. This is my banjo. There's the headstock. It's a 1967 Vega Earl Scruggs Mark II model. It has a clear head. It's a little glary in the window. Beautiful inlays. I'm in love with this instrument. In love with it. It is so fun to play and so much easier for me to play. It just fits. It fits my hand. It fits my body. I love it. So I'm very excited. So from here on out, this is the instrument you're gonna hear. And I went to pick it up earlier this week, and I got to meet and hang out with Mr. Pankey, which was so fun for me. One of the most incredible musical experiences of my life, and I've been a lifelong musician. Just to be able to sit and play stuff that I've been playing, by myself for 15 months, and then to sit with somebody and play music together, super motivating. It makes me want to just do this, keep on doing it forever. I love it. It's kind of like if you've been studying a language, of course I'm going to liken anything to learning language, so I'm a Spanish teacher, but if you've been studying a language by yourself for 15 months and you're working on it and you're learning it, but you've never had a conversation with anyone else, and then finally you get to go and have a conversation, that's what this was like for me. Like getting to play music with him, with another person, was like finally being able to have a musical conversation instead of just playing by myself. So it was awesome. One of the things that we did, I just kind of wrote down every single song I ever learned in a notebook, and we went through and I just asked questions of all of these songs, and would say, how does this section work? I feel like I'm not doing this correctly. I feel like I could improve upon this. And so we went through things, and he would play, and I was able to take notes, and also I was able to record him doing little sections so that I could refer back to them, which was just so helpful for me. One of the things that I found interesting about that process was just revisiting songs that I've learned in the past. Because a lot of times when you're learning music, you don't, you learn a piece and then it's like, check the box, done. And you may go back and play it occasionally, but you don't really go back and analyze it and work on it and try to bring, what you're currently able to do back to the table and improve upon the piece. So I found in revisiting some of these pieces that there's so much value to doing that, and I want to do that with these pieces. I want to go back to, I obviously want to keep learning new music, which I'm doing and still will do, but I want to go back and just even all the way back to Cripple Creek, and look at how I played it, over a year ago, and look at what I can do with it now. How can I improve it now? So what I'm going to do is we're going to revisit today 2 pieces that I've done. One of them was literally a year ago. I recorded the Ballad of Jesse James on April 1st, 2021. And when I played it down there for Mr. Pankey, as I was playing the A section, I got to the end of the A section, and he said, that's not how it goes. Like you learned that wrong, that end section. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is how I've always played it. And then he played it for me, and I realized I totally committed to memory the wrong ending of the A section. So I've worked this week since then on kind of retraining my brain and learning it new. And so what I'm going to do is you're going to hear a little clip of the A section that I put up on April 1st, 2021. It was very new, very rough. And then I re-recorded it today with the new ending that I've learned and how it's supposed to go. So you can kind of hear a difference. Not only did I fix an error, but then it's interesting to hear just a difference in the comfort level of the same piece and that kind of thing. So that's the first piece, and then I'll come back on and introduce the second piece also. But here is the Ballad of Jesse James 1 year ago, and then again today on March 31st, 2020. All right. piece that I've revisited this week, and like I said, I'm going to go through a whole bunch of old pieces, and I might do a couple more of these videos of sort of revisiting and improving upon old music. But the other one I'm going to do today is actually a very recent piece that I did in late January, early February, Whiskey for Breakfast. And I struggled with one in particular rhythm section in the B part of that piece, where it was a forward roll, and I didn't understand how it fit rhythmically into the piece. I struggled with it. I asked a lot of questions as I was learning it, and just, kind of got the forward roll down, but did not at all have the transition in the slide. And so when you hear the original version that I recorded a couple months ago, it's awkward. It clearly doesn't fit right. And so when I was down with Mr. Pankey earlier this week, he played it for me several times, and I really studied what he was doing and how it fit in. And then I came back home and I was like, okay, I'm going to get this rhythm. And I did. And so I think you'll hear a big difference with the slide, the forward roll and the slide, and just how it all fits together with the way I'm doing it today compared to just what I did a couple months ago. So I'll play both of those and then come back on one more So like I said, those are just two pieces that I've looked at this week out of the whole slew of songs I've learned, but there's a lot more I want to do, a lot more I want to revisit. And I just think there's so much value in cycling back and continually revisiting things that you've learned in the past, and approaching them from where you are now as an instrumentalist, as a musician, which is obviously gonna be a different take on the piece. You're gonna bring a new skill set. You're gonna bring a new understanding of the piece rhythmically. I want to get to the point, honestly, where I can play a song and it's gonna be played differently every time I play it, because I'm not just churning out a memorized version of it. I'm on the spot deciding what to play and making up my own arrangement on the spot. Like, that's the ultimate goal, because then you fully understand the piece, you fully understand the instrument, and you can just be free as you're playing the piece. I'm not there yet. It's going to be a long time before I'm there, but I am at a point where I am improving from where I have improved beyond where I was when I learned a lot of these pieces. And so I owe it to the piece to revisit it and do better on the piece, and practice skills that I wasn't that good at when I played it the first time around. So it's exciting. I'm gonna keep doing this, and like I said, I might drop a couple more of these kind of revisit videos to show you an original version and an updated version of something. And this is just, I'm having so much fun. This currently, with my new instrument and with this experience of getting to actually sit down with a banjo player that I respect so much and have questions answered and play music together, like, it's motivating me all over again to keep working with this instrument and to keep pursuing playing opportunities with it. And I'm gaining confidence that I can do that. So very exciting. So stay tuned. I will put more out here with my new instrument, and thanks for watching. Bye.